to share her experience as a caregiver.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Molly Moore, and this is my second year on ELT. First, I would like to say how truly grateful I am for this opportunity to be here to speak with all of you and to be a part of a team that genuinely values leadership, service, and community. Along the way, I've met incredible people, students who lead with passion, teachers who care deeply, and mentors who inspire us daily. This year, my family is faced with something that changed everything. In January 2024, my dad went in for what was supposed to be a routine checkup. Nothing urgent, nothing alarming, just something you do to stay on top of your health. During the visit, his doctors noticed something unusual. His white blood cell count was extremely low, so they referred him to a hematologist. A few weeks later in February, our world shifted. My dad was diagnosed with myelodysplastic syndrome. It's a rare form of blood cancer, a group of disorders where the bone marrow stops producing healthy blood cells. From the moment he was diagnosed, my dad faced the news not with fear but with determination. He didn't ask, why me? He simply asked, what's next? That's the kind of man he is. He's never been one to back down from a challenge. Quickly, a plan was made. He began meeting with a team of specialists. His treatment included radiation, chemotherapy, and a long list of medications. One of the chemo treatments prescribed was a new drug, recently approved after clinical trials. It was promising, it gave us hope, but our insurance company wouldn't cover it. That's when the American Cancer Society stepped in. They didn't just help, they saved us. They covered the entire cost of the chemo treatment. It was like someone reached out and lifted a huge weight off our shoulders, and that someone was you. Everyone who has ever donated, everyone who has ever walked in a relay, everyone who believes in this mission. For many patients with MDS, the only chance of a cure is a bone marrow transplant, but the process was far from easy. He spent 5 weeks in the hospital recovering and fighting through some of the hardest days of his life. Because of the risks of our age, my brother and I weren't allowed to visit him. For those 5 weeks, we lived through texts, FaceTime calls, and sending cards. When he finally came home, life was still far from normal. We had to be extremely cautious. Nurses were in and out of our house. My dad had to return to the hospital multiple times a week for regular blood tests and check-ins. His immune system was fragile. The smallest infection could be dangerous. We wore masks, wiped down doorknobs, and washed our hands constantly. We lived in a state of caution, but also a state of hope. Meals, flowers, cards, gifts, they showed up at our doorstep almost daily. From friends, neighbors, teachers, classmates, and our own amazing group, the Bosom Buddies. The kindness was overwhelming, and it reminded me that even in the hardest moments, our community is full of light. I've learned so much from this experience. Yes, it's been painful, yes, it's been scary, but it's also shown me what it means to be surrounded by love. It's taught me that even in the darkness, people will show up. My dad is still battling cancer, his body is still healing, but every day he fights, and we fight with him. And thanks to your support, families like mine are able to get the help they need. Organizations like the American Cancer Society help carry that burden so people like my dad can focus on getting better. So tonight, I want to ask you, please continue to give however you can. Every donation makes a difference. Every act of kindness matters. Donations can be made at the registration tent, and they go directly to supporting patients and families who need it the most. Thank you for listening, for caring, and for being part of a community that lifts people up when they need it the most. Thank you.